You saw the price, 40% off in 3 years. You thought you won. You didn't. You just bought someone else's problem at a discount, and the warranty that was hiding it is about to run out. Because here's what the dealership never puts on the window sticker. The real cost of a European luxury car doesn't show up until the day the factory warranty dies. That's when the air suspension starts sagging, the electronics start glitching, and the certified pre-owned badge stops meaning anything. These 7 cars all wear the same trick. They look like a steal on the used market right up until the invoices start arriving. Let's start the countdown. Number 7. The BMW 750 Li, E66 and F02 generations. On paper, this is absurd value. A flagship BMW sedan, V8 or V12, air suspension, executive rear seats, all for $15,000 to $20,000 with 60 to 80,000 miles on the clock. New, this car stickered at $90,000 to $130,000. That depreciation curve is exactly why people fall for it. Here's the reality once the warranty's gone. Air suspension failure, $4,000 to $5,000. Every corner has an air strut, and BMW doesn't make them cheap to fix. Then there's the valvetronic system, variable valve lift hardware that wears out and throws codes, another $1,500 to $3,000 to sort out. The V8 twin-turbo N63 engine, used in the later 750, is famous in mechanic circles for burning oil at a rate that would embarrass a diesel truck, and for turbo failures inside 100,000 miles. Budget $5,000 a year on maintenance reserve if you're keeping this car, because you will need it. Number 6. The Mercedes-Benz S550 and S63, W221 generation. Same story, different badge. These stickered at $95,000 to $150,000 new. Today, you'll find low-mileage examples for $12,000 to $18,000. It looks like the deal of the decade. Then the warranty clock runs out and the Airmatic air suspension starts failing. And on this chassis, it's not one strut. Mechanics see multiple struts fail within a year or two of each other at $800 to $1,200 per corner. The twin-turbo V8 in the S63 has a well-documented history of camshaft adjuster failures, which is a check engine light nightmare that runs $2,000 to $4,000 to fix properly. Add in the electronics, this generation has more control modules than a small aircraft. And when one glitches, diagnosis alone can run $300 before a single part gets ordered. This is a car where a $1,000 surprise repair is considered a good month. Number 5. The Audi A8L, D3 and D4 generations. The A8 is the quiet one on this list. Fewer viral horror stories than the BMW or Benz, but arguably worse in one specific way: parts availability and labor cost. Audi dealers charge some of the highest hourly labor rates in the luxury segment, and independent shops that actually stock Audi-specific parts are rare outside major cities. New price was around $90,000 to $140,000. Used, you can find one for $10,000 to $15,000. The Quattro all-wheel drive system is genuinely excellent, which is exactly why people get lulled into thinking this car is bulletproof. It's not the drivetrain that gets you, it's the air suspension again, plus the Multitronic and later ZF 8-speed transmissions, which are expensive to service and unforgiving if you skip fluid changes. A transmission service alone can run $600 to $1,000, and a full air suspension replacement can clear $6,000 if more than one strut goes at once, which on this platform it often does. Number 4. The Jaguar XJ, X351 generation. This one earns its spot through sheer unpredictability. New MSRP was $75,000 to $100,000. Depreciation is brutal. You can find these for $9,000 to $14,000 with under 70,000 miles, which on a car this size and this luxurious feels like a misprint. Electrical gremlins are the defining trait of this generation of Jaguar, and it's not a joke among mechanics. It's a genuine parts and labor line item. door handles that fail to present themselves, infotainment systems that randomly reboot, air suspension compressors that die around 80 to 100,000 miles at $1,500 to $2,000 to replace. The supercharged V8 versions are strong engines mechanically, but timing chain tensioner issues have shown up on some examples, and that's an engine-out repair on this platform. Easily $3,000 or more in labor alone. Independent Jaguar specialists are few and far between, which pushes owners back to the dealer, and the dealer's rate is never the friendly number. Number 3. The Porsche Panamera 970 generation. This one is bought because it's a Porsche, and Porsches don't break, right? Wrong assumption, expensive lesson. New, this car started around $90,000 and climbed past $170,000 for the turbo. Used, the base V6 and V8 models can be found for $15,000 to $22,000. The problem is the same one that haunts every Panamera thread on every forum: the PDK dual clutch transmission and the air suspension, together on the same car. A PDK mechatronic unit failure is $4,000 to $6,000. Air suspension work runs alongside it at $800 to $1,200, depending on how many corners need attention. Then there's the coolant pipes that run through the engine block on the V8, a known failure point that requires significant labor to access, another $2,000 to $3,000 to add on. Stack 2 of these failures in the same year, which owners report happening more often than you'd hope, and you've spent more on repairs than the car cost to buy. Number 2. The Range Rover L320 and L405 generations. This is the one every mechanic brings up unprompted. New price ranged from $85,000 to $140,000, depending on trim and year. Used, you'll see these for $11,000 to $16,000, an almost unbelievable discount for a vehicle this capable and this comfortable. Here's why the discount exists. Air suspension on the Range Rover isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of how many times. Compressors fail, struts fail, and owners report placing components multiple times over a 5-year ownership window, at $1,200 to $1,800 per repair. The air suspension can be converted to coil springs to escape the cycle entirely, which tells you everything about how the factory system is regarded by the people who actually own these long-term. Add timing chain tensioner failures on the supercharged V8, which is an engine-out repair running $4,000 to $6,000, and electronics faults that can leave the vehicle undrivable until diagnosed. This is consistently ranked among the most expensive vehicles to maintain in independent cost of ownership studies, and the used market price has never reflected that reality. Which brings us to number 1, the Mercedes-Benz CL and S-Class Coupe C216 generation. This is the ultimate warranty expiration trap because it looks less risky than the sedan. Fewer buyers, lower production numbers, and a badge that whispers exclusive instead of common. New, the CL550 and CL63 started at $110,000 and climbed past $200,000 for the CL16 with the V12. Today, you can find these for $14,000 to $20,000, sometimes less on high mileage examples. Every problem from the S-Class list above is present here, plus one more: part scarcity. Because so few of these were sold new, body panels, interior trim, and some suspension components are harder to source and cost more when you find them. The Airmatic air suspension fails the same way at the same $800 to $1,200 per corner. The twin-turbo V8's camshaft adjusters fail the same way, but now add a car with a smaller service network, fewer independent specialists willing to touch a low-volume model, and the V12 variant whose spark plug service alone requires pulling the intake manifold. A single spark plug service on the CL65 can run over $1,000 in labor before parts even get ordered. This is a car that makes owners quietly sell at a loss just to stop the bleeding, which is exactly why you see so many of them listed for so little. So here's the pattern across all 7. Air suspension is the #1 recurring villain. 5 of these 7 cars share the exact same failure point, and it is never a one-time cost. Complex force introduction V8 and V12 engines are the second pattern, with camshaft, timing chain, or turbo issues showing up right as the odometer crosses the point where the original owner traded it in. And electronics, control modules, sensors, infotainment systems are the quiet third factor that turns a routine repair into a multi-day diagnostic bill. None of this means these cars are bad to drive. They're genuinely excellent machines. That's not in question. What's in question is whether the used market price you're looking at actually reflects what it costs to keep one running for the next 5 years. If you're buying any of these 7, budget for it before you sign, not after the first big bill arrives. A pre-purchase inspection from a specialist who knows a specific platform, not a generic mechanic, is the $500 that can save you $5,000. And if the seller's price feels too good for what the car offers, remember, with every one of these 7, that's not luck. That's the warranty running out right on schedule and someone else's 5-figure decision becoming your problem.